Hi, this is John from Australia, and he's been here how long?
I've been coming for 11 years.
11 years, and he is in that video, right? Healing.
Yes.
And now I'm gonna ask him a few questions like, um, how did you hear about this place first time?
First time, my wife's uncle told me about this place. He's from South America. He told me about it. He saw me walking into a family gathering, and he said, "You should go and see John of God in Brazil." So the first time I came.
So how long are you coming here?
11 years.
And did you see some miracles and stuff? Strange every day.
Every day. I see them all the time. When you're least expecting it, is when I see them. It's like when miracles happen. People getting up from wheelchairs, and I heard just the other day that when the medium came back from Switzerland, 40 people got out of wheelchairs in Switzerland.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, in Switzerland. Oh.
Yes.
How you know? How you know?
Someone told me.
Oh, okay.
A Brazilian told me.
So when he was, João was now in Switzerland, right?
But it was what they told me was King Solomon Incorporated in John.
Oh, King Solomon.
And
Entity.
There, an entity. And he was there from the 16 to the 18, and 40 people got out of wheelchairs.
Oh.
And so you hear about miracles like that all the time, and I hear about miracles all the time.
What kind of illnesses, for example?
You pick it, it's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay.
Because any different type of disease. There's no particular disease, no particular one. There's arthritis, AIDS, to cancers, to...
AIDS too, have been cured.
Yeah, absolutely. To multiple sclerosis, ALS, which is Lou Gehrig's disease, so many have been cured. Prostate cancer.
You?
No, not me.
Oh, you, another person?
Other people, yeah. And you see them being cured in Newcastle. And it's a lot about faith. It's a lot about faith and the belief in yourself that you can do this, or whatever it is you need to do to get better. And on the other hand, it's also the agreements we made before we were born as to why. Like I've been in the wheelchair now 8, 9 years, but it's the agreement that I made with the hierarchy before I was born, saying that yes, I want to experience what it is to teach and also to learn. And it's exactly what's happening with me. I'm teaching and I'm learning by being in this wheelchair.
So you're saying that you choose this life path?
We all choose our life and the experience we want to learn from in this incarnation. And there are so many people who are here now know all about reincarnation. And it took me a while to learn all about that. But when you learn that we have many lives, we've had many lives, and our past lives are what determines the lessons we need to learn in this life. Because we're all here for a reason. And the reason for me at this time is to teach and to learn. And I've learned so much. And if I didn't get MS, I wouldn't have learned any of this.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't have come here. But we all come here for a particular reason. And that particular reason is our journey. The journey we need to make in order to elevate higher in the spiritual world.
And you feel better coming here?
Absolutely. I feel so good because spiritually I'm close to perfection. I'll never be perfect, but compared to what I was, and so much better spiritually. Physically, it doesn't matter. Because if you see the movie of Chico Chevier, who's the one who told the medium John to build the castle here. In the movie he says, or he's typing one of his books, and his spirit guide Emmanuel comes to him, and he stopped typing. And he said, why did you stop typing? And he said, look at my eye, it's bleeding. And the spirit guide says, yes, but you've got two eyes. Because everyone has something. And it's not about having something. It's about what we can do regardless of that particular thing. And what I'm doing is regardless of sitting in this wheelchair. It's actually better for people because I'm 6'5". So the majority of people here are like ladies, and I'm like towering over them. So they look at me. But because I'm in the wheelchair, it makes it easier for them to come and talk to me. And when they talk to me, they share something of their soul. Because they see something in me that says, oh, he's okay, I can go talk to him. And when they come and talk to me, they don't realize it, but they're sharing something of their soul, from their heart, which is something so precious that they don't share with everyone. It's like they're giving something of themselves so they can get better on their journey to accomplish what they agreed to before they were born. And that's pretty much what this place is. It's a place of transformation about how everything works and how we work. And we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. So when we realize we're spiritual beings, then get in touch with the spirit that we're born with instead of the ego. But you have to have both. So when you get in touch with the spirit, your ego learns and says, hey, that's not a bad idea, I think I'll follow the spirit. And then you both do the same thing. And that's so much of the journey. So much of the journey. And there's people talk about past lives and everything like that. Past lives are fantastic. However, it's this life that we have to learn from and live. Not worry about the past lives and what they do, but not worry. Control everything we do to be better in the spirit, so they're both in touch, the spiritual body and the physical body. And then we do what we can do regardless of what we agreed to. And when we can do that, then we're in touch with our spiritual body, which is so much what it is, because we are spirit having a human experience.
What is the most unbelievable thing you see here?
I keep saying this. Many people ask me the most really unbelievable thing is one day I was in, this is a couple of years ago, the entity was an entity, and he said everyone in the wheelchair have an operation. The entity was Dominatio, St. Ignatius. And I wheeled down to the operation. And as I wheeled down to the operation, at that moment, I had the consciousness to say, thank you, and look straight in his eye. And I looked straight in his eye and I said, thank you. And I wheeled into the operation room and I thought, I'm being operated on by the man, and I just bawled my eyes out because you could just feel so much love from him that I just cried while I was being operated on. That is the most amazing thing I've experienced in my life.
Okay. I feel when before I talk to you once, you have good energy, you know, I can feel that. It's not, usually I cannot look people in the eyes long time, but I can look you in the eyes, you know, like something have good energy, you know.
And that's what people feel. They
come and
talk to me because they feel exactly the same way you do.
Yeah, it's easy.
They feel comfortable to talk.
Why some people are cured, like they come one time, some people months?
Yes. The reason I believe that is because of what they've agreed to in there before they were born. And every decision we make in our life, every single decision from the moment we're born, has a memory in the cells, in all our cells. And as it has a memory, when our spiritual body says, hey, it's enough now, right? We get ill and there's something happens. And we come here for it to be rectified, right? And when we see the entity and we have surrendered, and that's what it's all about, surrender to what it is, the entity says, okay, now I'll cure you. And then people come for 1 day, for 1 week, and they're cured.
What if you don't believe? Does it play any role in curing, in healing?
Huge role.
Oh.
Before we were born, the Creator, who created every single one of us and everything on earth, placed a little spark in our heart, which is the faith and the belief in ourselves. So, to say someone doesn't have faith, it doesn't really exist. Even people who are saved, they are, what's the word? They don't believe in faith. They knew all about faith before they were born. Whichever language we speak, the Creator, God, speaks to us in our own language every single moment of the day. And God is speaking to you right now. Spoke to you, and you walked into this posada and said, can I do an interview with you? You had the intuition. We get the intuition every moment of the day. And it's just about following our intuition that we can live the life that we were meant to live.
What else I wanted to ask you? Yes, tell something to people, who watch this video. Tell something inspiring. What inspires you? And
people who watch the video, the spirit, the entities work through the video.
Oh.
With whoever's watching the video.
No, I mean this, or healing.
Yes.
Okay,
okay.
Okay.
Okay? They will work through this, and people will say, people come here, and I'm in that video, the healing, right? And people come here after watching it, and they come from Germany, and they say, they're walking down the street, and they stop me and say, we're here because of you. I only speak for 30 seconds of that DVD.
Yeah, I remember you the most.
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Because the entities are giving you the intuition that go to Abhijanya, because you will see this man, and this man will be able to help, be able to assist you on your journey. Because who knows what's going to happen? But if you put this in the YouTube, a lot of things are going to happen. And same as like when Oprah came a month ago. When she gets on her channel, so many millions of people are going to see it, and they're going to think, well, Oprah's giving you...
yeah, that's why I came here,
exactly.
Because Oprah.
Exactly. And same as you came here because of Oprah, people come who have seen the movie The Healing, they come here and say to me, we're here because of you. I only said 30 seconds in the movie.
Yeah.
But the entities work through the movie. And you get an intuition every time when you watch the movie. I've spoken to 2 ladies, or 1 lady, she's seen every day for 60 days. And she gets a different intuition every time. I can't explain that. It's her journey. Right? People can't explain. Medium John was hanging the movie out for free when he was in Austria.
Who?
Medium John, the medium.
Yeah, John of God.
John of God. He was handing the movie out for free because it's a movie which entices people to come. Because the entities work through that movie with whoever's watching. Just like I met some people who came and they were in America and they don't know why they did it, but they did it. They walked in to have some dinner, they turned the television and they saw Oprah, A week later, they bought their tickets and they went. Mother, brother and sister. Why? Because they follow their intuition about what it is that makes a difference. Because everyone out there is searching for something. Searching for something. And because they're searching for something, they don't know what it is, but as soon as they hear it, oh, Abba Daniel, go to John of God, something strikes their heart, which says, I think that's a good idea. And they come.
What is your name again?
John.
You have a website or something?
I do.
You can...
www.johnofgodthereisacure.com.
Oh, okay. So people can check it out.
Yeah. Check it out, because that website is just full of testimonials.
Oh, I
It's
have
about
to...
people who have been healed here, some through photographs.
Oh.
They haven't even been here, but they come to say thank you. Right?
But
A lot of
people
people.
who get cured come back or no?
Yes, they do. They come back to say thank you because they're alive,
Oh.
which is so important for them.
They had cancer or...
Well, this one had multiple sclerosis. He's from Greece.
Uh-huh.
He's a very dear friend of mine, and he comes back. He was coming back every year to say thank you for what they did. And he was cured through a photograph.
And he was standing, no,
No,
100%.
There's a man from Australia that a dear friend of mine sent me his photograph and said, would you present this to the entity? So I took it to the entity on a Wednesday morning, and I gave it to the entity, and I said, there's no herbs necessary, right? And he looked at the picture, looked at me and smiled, and he put it in his work basket. 2 days later, I get an email from my friend in Australia saying, this man went back to the hospital to get checked up again, and they said to him, what happened? And he said, why? And they said, because you had aggressive brain tumors, and we had to operate straight away, and now it's just scar tissue. 2 days. Those stories are on the website. These are stories I've heard. I've heard so many stories because and people share with me. And this place is so much about people sharing what's happened on their journey, which gives faith of a belief in yourself, in the person, that yes, they can do it too. It just really works the way it should. Many people come from all around the world because they're searching for something.
Everywhere.
They don't know what they're searching for.
Asia, Africa, everywhere.
Yeah. And I had when John went to Vienna last year, and when he went to Vienna, there were people from India, there were people from France, there were people all around Europe, because it's a much safer country than here, right? Because they're worried about coming here, because they think this is a third world country. It's not a third world country, it's a spiritual world country. There's no other country
Really?
like this.
Not, I thought India is the capital, spiritual.
No.
No?
There's a difference. The people that come here, Brazilians, right? Because they believe in spirit. And they're coming to the entities of light, the spirits of light, from what they call the Christ consciousness, set up by Saint Ignatius, the Jesuits. And the word Christ, defined, means blessed or anointed. Right? It's not Jesus the Christ, it's Jesus of Nazareth, but the Christ consciousness. And the word entity is either incarnate, alive, or disincarnate, dead. And they work with, through, and for love for humanity. And that's us. We're the people that choose to come here because everything's choice. There are millions of people, billions of people around the world that don't come because of choice. They choose not to come. But all the others that come, they've made the choice to come. And when you come, as I say in the movie The Healing, the minute you buy your ticket, the entities start working with you. The moment you buy your ticket, because you're really saying, hey, I want to learn something different in my life. I don't want to continue on like this because what am I doing? I'm working for 60 years and 70 years, 80 years, and then I retire, and then what do I do then? Everyone's looking for something else. And this is one place that offers something different for everyone who comes. And the only thing I can say, the only thing I will say that make any difference is what you're hearing is just beautiful. You may choose to come or may choose not to come, but just come anyway. Because you will not be sorry. You will be so happy that you've come. And God bless everyone who watches this.
Okay.